What's up? What's good? What's happening, you guys? Welcome back once again to my channel. And this time I'm going to be doing a Instagram control my life for a day video. I posted this on yesterday on my page. So yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. And also, before I start this video, I just want to say, if any time in the video my energy don't see all that high or I don't see all that positive, last night I kind of had a rough night, you know, but I'm so glad I feel much better than I did when I woke up. So, however, I'm gonna go ahead and get this video started. So, let me see how much. Okay, so I said, should I do a get ready with me or story time? You know, obviously, and 67% said story time. And 33% said get ready with me. Alright. Then the next question was, let me go back. Next question was, should I cook breakfast or make a sandwich? And 75% said cook and 25% said sandwich. Okay. Now, next question. Should I do my makeup or natural face? 75% said fresh face and 25% makeup free. I mean, not makeup free. 25% said makeup. So natural face wins. And I do want to say, I already went ahead and I don't know if y'all can tell, but I already went ahead and kind of like get a head start on this as far as like the fresh face and stuff like that, because y'all ain't about to catch me slipping all the way now. Now I do, however, have a fresh face on right now. The only thing is I filled in my eyebrows and I put a little bit of mascara because no. But other than that, I don't have on no makeup. Like I don't have on no foundation, no concealer, no nothing. So yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna skip the question where I said story or get ready with me, and I'm going to go ahead and show y'all guys what I cook. So since y'all say y'all wanted me to cook, I'm going to cook. And what I'm going to cook, I guess I'm gonna do something very simple. Something simple. Omelette. I might put ham in my egg this time. I'm not gonna do bologna. I'm just gonna do ham. basically, and y'all probably already seen me do this before, but I'm gonna do it again. So I don't know about anybody else, but I always like to butter my pan. Make sure that if you are gonna do eggs or any type of breakfast, you want to make sure that the pan, you can use Pam. Usually I'll use Pam or something, but yeah. So that's why, y'all, I'm working on getting my own place.
Work, 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 work. To me, I be work, 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 work. You see me do me that.
I'm in the middle of something here. Okay, y'all. Breakfast is finished. I just finished cooking me an omelet, and about to get ready to grub. And I was thinking, instead of okay, y'all, so I decided, why not, I decided to, since I'm cook breakfast, I decided to do a quick story time while I eat. I don't know what story time I'm gonna do, but I might. Honestly, I don't know. What should I do? The story time of when I guess I'm gonna do a story time of when I first got played. So anyway, I was younger. I think I was like 16 or 17 at the time. And before I even start, I just want to say, like, y'all look hella young right now. Especially with no makeup. I look really, really young. But with makeup, I look older. Not that much older, but I look at least legal, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, since y'all say y'all want a fresh face, like, dang. But like I was saying, I was a lot younger. I was a teenager, 16 or 17. At the time, like, I met this one guy, this one dude. And how we met, he went to my church, or he came to my church. So I had a crush on him. You know how it is when you crushing on somebody, and especially when your crush is in the same room as you, especially if they're sitting like behind you or on the side of you, you're gonna do what? You're gonna keep looking. Like I kept looking. I kept making sure that he knew I liked him, and obviously he knew I did, and he liked me too. And I didn't know that, but when he told me he did, of course I felt all good inside and stuff like that. So we exchanged numbers, we talked. We really didn't get to see. We seen each other, but we really didn't like get to hang out like we really wanted to. And what else? And so there was one day where I think, cause we went we went to different high schools. He went to a high school where he stayed at the time, and then I went to a different high school. And what ended up happening was I texted him either in the morning. I don't know if I texted him that morning or so. Things were going good because I really wanted to see him. No, matter of fact, we was planning to actually do it and have sex and stuff like that. So we was planning on doing, that. And mind you, that would have been my first time. But anyway, so what ended up happening was I texted him and I forgot what I said. I think I was, how you text, you send a person these erotic messages and stuff like that. And I was just, telling her how, what I want him to do, blah, blah, blah. So, then I got this text back and it said, I don't know if it said who is this or something, because it was a long time ago. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, he playing games. He should know who I am. So I text him back, and I was like, you know exactly who this is. What you talking about? And I think she texted back and said, I don't know. All I remember is she said something about, he's with me now. She was cussing at me and stuff like that. And then I text her back and I was like, well, first of all, had I known that he had a whole girlfriend, I would not be talking to him. Second of all, you can calm your attitude down because I didn't even know a thing about you. He never even mentioned your name, okay? So let's calm that down. So basically, let's go back and forth. But then I got tired of that, and I just blocked. I just blocked that number. And honestly, I felt I don't know, I felt humiliated. I felt hurt, disappointed, and all of that because I really thought that he really liked me. And maybe he did, but maybe I don't know. But obviously, he had a whole girlfriend that he did not tell me about. And I felt some type of way. So now I thought of him a totally different person. I didn't even look at him the same. And since then, I never seen him again. Never talked to him or any of that. And I was glad. But, yep. That was my first time getting played. I don't know no other stories because I feel like I already told like most of the stories. Like I already talked about how I lost my virginity, when I lost my virginity, and I talked about, well, I did talk about the first time I got high and drunk or whatever. I talked about like when I almost got jumped or whatever. I talked about all of like I had a bunch of stuff that I already had talked about or whatever like that. So yeah, I was trying to think of another story, or maybe I could, talk about. I don't know if I ever told the story. I think I did tell the story, but maybe y'all don't remember. But there was a time where, again, I was like 20, 21, and I invited this digger over to my house. I invited him over to my house or whatever, right? Nobody was home. But the thing is, I didn't know he was actually going to come to my house. Honestly, I was like playing around or whatever, but because we were texting each other, and I was like, oh yeah, you could come over then. And he was like, oh, for real? Okay. So I sent him the address, and sure enough, he came, y'all. And I was like, oh my goodness. So at the time, I was staying with my mom and dad or whatever, and I kind of lied and told him that, I stayed with my aunt and uncle. And I don't know if he believed me or not. He probably did, and he probably didn't. So what ended up happening was he came in, and I was freaking out on the inside. I really was. And we didn't have sex, but we were getting there. We was getting warmed up and stuff like that. So tell me why I heard this truck, big old truck, because my dad, he's a truck driver. So I heard this big old truck pull up in the yard, and we both jump up so fast, and I look outside, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like my uncle's here, and man, so anyway, my dad gets out the truck, and the boy already walked outside. He was already outside. I guess he was trying to hurry up and basically get his car and go, but my dad ended up stopping in the middle of the yard and to get out and see what was going on. And he was like, who are you, man? Really, you in my house? And I guess, he was telling him that, I basically told him that he could come over, which was true. It wasn't his fault. It was my fault. But my dad was still, really pissed. And the other thing I can remember is my dad saying, man, just get the hell out of my yard. Just get the hell out of my yard. Don't come back here no more. Something. So, oh my gosh, y'all. I never been so scared for my life. I never been so scared. So I ran into my room, closed my door, locked my door, right? So my dad comes rolling up in the house. He comes marching in the house, yelling, fussing. You let this nigga in my house. You let a nigga up in my house. I'm not gonna get into details of what he said exactly, but he was really, 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 really pissed. I mean, can you blame him? But anyway, I was a little bad girl. I was a good girl, but I was a good girl turned bad. So anyway, yeah, so he yelling through the door. I felt like he was about to come through the door one time, but he didn't. So he ended up, I think he called my oldest brother because I guess, you know, he had to calm down. He was heated, so I guess he wanted to talk to somebody to kind of calm him down. I was hearing him on the phone. He's like, man, he's like, I don't know what to do with her. This, that, the third. He was like, she let somebody in my house. He was like, I just pulled up in the yard and there was some nigga in his house or whatever. But he didn't actually like come inside to see the dude in the house. Like, I guess in other words, obviously he knew somebody's in the house because that ain't my car. That car is not mine. But anyway, so after that, you know, y'all, I was so scared. You know, a couple of days went by and my dad kind of finally came around to talk to me because I knew like the next day that would be too soon. He needed some time to collect himself, and you know, so that's the first time that happened. There's another time that actually happened, so it happened twice. Different person though. Now the first dude, you know, we were talking, but we weren't like dating and we weren't really serious. Now I did like him and obviously he liked me, but we, you know, that's another thing I want to talk about. It's so crazy how a guy can like a girl, but when it's time talking about a relationship, oh, he goes ghost. But anyway, so the second time, the first time that happened, like I said, I was like 21. And the second time, I think I was like 23. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. So yeah. Now, we were actually dating. We were dating. And you know, this is crazy. And before I even go into this, I do not encourage nobody to be out here trying to sneak. Don't ever sneak no more in your house when your parents not home. Or vice versa, y'all. Don't sneak nobody in your house. I'm not encouraging that. I'm only sharing my story with y'all, you know, because it's like a life lesson type thing. And that was when I was much younger. I've been and learned from that, and I sure wouldn't do that again. But anyway, so yeah, you know, we were dating or whatnot, and we were talking, texting, and he said he wanted to see me. I said, okay, cool, you can see me. I said, but you can only stay on the outside of my house so we can actually talk, right? So that didn't go as planned, because when we ended up talking outside, he was like, well, can I come in? I was like, I really don't want you to come in here. I was like, I don't want you to end up getting caught up, both of us. So what ended up happening was, sure enough, you know, we was inside or whatever, and we was doing something, you know. We was doing the grown up stuff. But next thing you know, heard a car pull up in the yard. He was like, oh shit. He's like, that's your dad. So this is the second time my dad had caught me, y'all. I was like, oh my God. I was like, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. But anyway, so dude and never ran out my house that fast. He went out the front door. He went out through the front door. Mind you, his car was still in the yard. But still, he went through the front door. So then that's when my dad got out the car, came with, No, he didn't come in the house just yet because he was still trying to figure like who car it is in the yard. He didn't see nobody. Nobody was around. So he was a little confused at first, I guess. So anyway, all that. So then when he finally come to the house, he was like, you know, there's a car in the yard. And I was just trying to, I was played off so good. Like I had the most serious face on, and I was like, what car? No, what car? I didn't know no car was out there in no yard. And then he's like, come look. And I looked, and I was like, who car is that? He's like, so you don't know who that is? You know, he was calm. He's like, so you don't know who that is? You don't know who car that is? And y'all, I was just lying my butt off. And I was just like, no, I don't know who car that is. I don't know who that is. Yeah, okay. So, what happened? Oh, he was like, so, okay, since you don't know who that is, then maybe I should just call the cops. Because that means somebody either broke in the house or, you know. He was serious, too, because he was about to call him. I was like, okay, don't call them. I was like, I know who it is. And I was like, it's so and so. And he was like, really? Really? You really had him in this house? Like, and surprisingly, he wasn't that upset, but he was still upset. I only think why he wasn't as pissed as he was when I was 20 or 21, because the first dude that I got caught with, he didn't know him, you know, and I never talked about him to my parents, so that was different. This time, he knew who I was talking about, because obviously they met him and things like that. So that's when he was like, okay, well, you need to call him and tell him he needs to come in the yard and move his car. So I called him. I was like, where you at? He was like, I'm down the road for your house or something. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you need to come in the yard and move your car. I was like, I mean, he already knows. And he's like, I told him because he was like, he was about to call the cops and stuff because he thought I didn't know who the car was. So he was like, okay, I'm coming. So, you know, he walks back in the yard and my dad's still outside. So then when he sees him, he's like, yo, like, really? You know, he's like, I was gonna let y'all, I know, he was like, I was gonna let you take her out. I was gonna let you see her and everything. He's like, but you done messed that up now. It's like, both of y'all done messed y'all chance up. Y'all, I never felt so bad, so embarrassed, so stupid. I was just listening and looking, because I was still in the house just looking and listening on the inside. And I felt so bad. And he was like, yeah, I was going to let y'all do all that. I was like, but you blew it. He was like, he's like, but don't ever come to my house uninvited, though. You don't do that. You don't come to nobody's house uninvited. He's like, I don't care if she told you could come over. Like, he was like, common sense. Like, you would not come over when a girl says, oh, nobody's here. He's like, why would you even want to come over? Regardless of if she say nobody's there at the house. So anyway, he got in his car and he left. And that's when he came back in the house. Y'all, he was pissed. He was pissed again. And he was like, man, I thought you would have learned this the first time. And you did it again. I was like, well, this is why. I said, because we rarely get to see each other. And it was the truth. Like, we barely seen each other when we were dating. And then when we were dating, I would have to like meet up with him at like places just to hang out with him and see him and stuff. It was just so anyway. So after all of that, of course, you know, he got on the phone, called her brother again. He was like basically talking to him and telling him like, you know, how mad he was and upset. But anyway, you guys, those are my stories. Hope, and I would, like I said, I do not encourage nobody to go out here and invite nobody over to your house, especially if, you know, ain't no type of adult home. Don't do it. Don't do it. I promise it is not worth it. And even to this day, like, if I was to let somebody come here and nobody's here, I still get that same feeling, that same nervous feeling, like, oh my freaking goodness. And let alone, y'all, this is my little secret. I did it again, but however, when he came over here, we did not do anything. I was really nervous, and I know he was really nervous, so it didn't work out. But that was a whole nother guy. Matter of fact, that was like my long lost ex, and that was very awkward too. I was like, I can't believe I had him to come see me, like, of all people, and then he still act the same freaking way. I was like, I cannot. So the next time was with somebody who I was like kind of, you know, seeing from time to time. We actually did the do, but we actually like did the. You know what I was saying? We did a little nasty. But that was still a freaking risk. And I was like, man, I ain't gonna do that no more. I don't care. So that was actually recent. But you know what? Like I said, you live and you learn. And that's not to say I'm gonna keep messing up. No. But sometimes when you realize you don't really mess up, or you realize that you made a mistake, you know, obviously you learn from it. But anyway, you guys, I think that was it as far as like the Instagram followers control my life for a day. I would have done more, but like I said, I had a rough night last night, and I'm just basically trying to, you know, make sure that I'm well hydrated for one, and I take care of my body and take care of myself. So alright, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this short what is it, Instagram follows control my life for a day. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you want me to do more videos like this, or would you rather me do challenges, or would you want me to do like pranks, or I don't know, prank calls, I don't know. Just comment down below and let me know, okay? Alright, you guys, I will see y'all another day, another time, and another vlog. Alright, you guys.